Hello guys, welcome to Mantel Farm for a video on hive cleaning or bee equipment cleaning, and it's a topic which many have covered, I'm sure, but some of you may want to, or perhaps are curious as to what we do here at Mantel Farm and how we make sure all of our equipment is clean and ready ahead of the next season. As you saw in our previous video, we closed our hives down and made sure that they were provisioned. We know that there's an abundance of ivy pollen and nectar around our apiary, so we allowed them to continue as they were, collecting and foraging all of that pollen and nectar. But we did put mouse guards on, closed the entrances up, and we popped insulation on top of the crown boards. And I'm hoping that you guys have followed along and done the same with yours. And I'm hoping that they're also full of stores and ready for winter. So it's a job that is perfect for this time of year. You've closed everything up, you've got all the equipment that you've used, hopefully clean equipment outside in your apiary. All your hives and floors are all clean, and it's nice and clean for winter. So here at Mantel Farm, we're not going to be using a blowtorch, and we're not going to be using bleach solution. So the pyromaniacs out there, well, I'm afraid maybe we'll do that on another video to demonstrate why. But personally, I don't believe you managed to get into all the cracks sufficiently with a flame. If you're using plastic or polystyrene hives, it's a definite no-no from the start. Obviously you'll melt them and they will catch fire. Wooden hives, by the time I think you've sufficiently warmed up the cracks and corners of your boxes, or underneath your frame runners or anything like that, you've probably done a bit of damage to the wood and charred it up. And of course there is also the risk that you might burn yourself as well, or even set fire to it. So it's best to be careful. If you are doing it and you're going to go for it, then be prepared that you might possibly damage some of your expensive equipment or write it off completely. So best be careful with that. Bleach, we're not using bleach here because of the way the water drains here. It wouldn't be a good idea to pop bleach into the water. So we're going to use two fairly safe substances to get the propolis, the bacteria and the nasty possible pathogens or anything like that that's within the nooks and crannies and corners of our boxes and on our queen excluders and all the rest of it. And we're going to use two substances. One is I think quite well documented in all the bee books, but soda crystals. So we're going to use soda crystals, which again are very, very safe to use. Highly recommend using gloves, of course, because they can break down the fats in your skin, which is one of the reasons they're so good at getting rid of wax and propolis from your equipment. And we're also going to use a very small amount of washing up liquid, just to get a bit of foaming action going on. And we're going to use, in this case, one that we actually stock here, which is by GreenScents, and it's a citrus washing up liquid. So we're going to be using this one. It's only a small amount, but it means that we can use that quite safely here. E-cover and various others, of course, are available. So just be aware of the environmental impact that you might have by using certain chemicals and substances on your hive equipment. And lastly, I suppose, also we're going to use water. Going to dilute it into a warm, not hot, not burning hot, but a tub of water. We're going to use one of these tools, which we've probably not used in our beekeeping videos thus far. It's one that you can use. It's absolutely fine to use for your beekeeping as a general tool. A lot of people do. We quite like to use the J-type tool, which is this one, which you've probably seen us use, Roger and myself. But we're going to be using this one today just because it's a lot easier to scrape the wood vertically down than it is to try and scrape and gouge bits out. So we will be using this one in this particular video. So, Roger will be here shortly, so I best go and get all of the stuff set up and ready. Right, Roger's here now. Hello, Roger.
Hello.
And we're going to do a little bit of, well, what we're going to do, hive equipment cleaning.
Yes.
Today. And to do so, we've got an array of products here which we're going to use.
Soda crystals here, which is our main ingredient in our disinfecting thing. Now, as I understand it, this works by being a detergent and it denatures fat. So that's why I'm wearing rubber gloves, because at the strength I'm going to put this in the solution, it might very well damage my hands, being a delicate flower.
And you've got your environmentally friendly gloves on as well.
I've got my environmentally friendly gloves on, which apparently are rubber gloves made of natural latex, which is not going to work for everybody because some people are allergic. And we've also got an old-fashioned washing up brush, which again is all natural materials, and stainless steel scourer, which is fine for the wooden bits but not for the polystyrene bits.
Yes.
And a hive tool. Now, when you're doing this sort of thing, where you're scraping propolis off, this type of hive tool is better than a J-type hive tool, because you can use it that end as a scraper, which is the sort of curved over bit, and that way you can just sort of draw it across things without putting a whole lot of pressure on it, particularly if it's polystyrene, and it doesn't dig in, it just knocks the propolis off. If you use that end, then you're definitely going to dig in to either polystyrene or the wood, and if you have a cedarwood hive and you use the chisel end, you can lift the grain from one side of the box to the other.
Pretty tough, isn't it?
It's pretty tough.
Okay, so...
Right, so good squirt of
washing up
liquid, because we all like a few bubbles.
We do.
And...
okay, we add that into
right,
the...
so I'm going to put about half a bag in here. Which is roughly that much. Stir that in. Nice warm water.
Oh yes.
Basically the hotter the better.
I suppose the worst place is in the middle of these, the runner pieces, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you've got a tub, as we're using, you can submerge the corners, or mostly submerge the corners, in the cleaning solution to properly disinfect the cracks at the corners of your boxes.
A little bit of a rinse.
So for those watching, how clean has it got to be to get you to the next season, get you through?
I think that'll do. I mean, it's
more hygiene than...
How long is a piece of string? You can't, I mean, on this sort of material, you're not going to get it a lot cleaner than that without absolutely mullering the box.
After a lot of scrubbing, how's it looking? It's looking better, isn't it? So
yep.
Being wood, this is a lot easier to...
yeah, but again, you don't want to be doing that with it because, as I say, being cedar, it will split from end to end.
Yeah.
Right, and then we get round this side and it's much worse, but even so, don't pull the frame runner off when you're doing this. Good stuff, this propolis. It saves the galvanisation on that bit.
Yeah.
Whereas where it wasn't propolised, they've gone rusty, which is one of the things that happens when you use organic acid varroa treatment. Got the bird poo off though.
Yay!
Yay!
The small successes that matter.
Yeah. It's all those little things.
That's it.
So basically, I think what I'll do is I'll do the flat bits with the scour, and then just go around with a brush and give the corners a bit of a scrub, because you can't get scour into places like that. There's just no chance.
No.
Anyway, right, let's give it a rinse and see how it looks. Well, you can't really tell while it's still wet.
Oh, that is looking better, isn't it?
Yep.
Look at that. Well, it's only the rest of the bee room to go, Roger.
Yep. Well, I'll let you all do that, because after all, I'm a video star. I don't need to do all the backroom stuff.
So that concludes that then, really.
Yep. So we'll put them somewhere
To dry
to
out.
dry out, particularly the wooden one, and then on some future occasion we'll give them a dollop of linseed oil.
So we'll see everybody in our next video.
Yeah. And why haven't we got any questions asked?
Yeah, I know.
You know,
What do you say to them, Roger? What have you got to say?
well, you must know it all. Perhaps I should be asking them questions.
Remember, if you have got any questions about what we're doing, or you would like some advice on your beekeeping, then Roger and myself are happy to try and answer those questions to the best of our ability. If you do have any questions, then leave them in the comment section below, and don't forget, if you do like the video, give it a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you're not already, so you get the latest content from us here. We're not doing it every week at the moment, but we will be doing topics throughout the winter months. So again, if you have any suggestions for topics that you'd like us to demonstrate or cover or give an opinion on, then please do send those in to us in the comments section. Thank you very much.